Hi everyone, hope you're all well. I'm back. Okay, well, I wasn't really planning on being back until January. I was hoping to kind of revive the channel then and do a little bit of a rebrand and introduce like more varied topics. I have been getting all of your emails and comments and stuff asking if I'm okay. So I wanted to just like post a short video to kind of say hello and wish you all a very happy festive season and show you that I'm okay. You see, I'm fine. It's a really long story, guys. Like, it's a series of long stories. I've been dealing with an injury, which is a lot better now, and I've been having some issues with my channel. But on that topic, before I forget, I know that a lot of you probably do know what's been going on over at CJ's channel. If you don't, I'll just attach the live where he explains it. And if anybody can lend a hand to him, the links to do so should be in the description of those videos that I'll link. So if anybody is able to, send some help, then please do. And please make sure that you're subscribed. If you're not, I'm sure you are, to both of his channels. Okay, so guys, I wanted to tell you, a while ago, I saw this documentary on that Duke University lacrosse team scandal. I saw a documentary on Disney Plus, and I forgot its name, but it was really good. And at the time, I kind of thought, I really wonder if this would be a good case to cover, kind of in comparison to Idaho 4, because, I thought that there were some things that I felt were similar to Brian Koberger's case. And so I wanted to do that, and I didn't. I got a little distracted, and time moved on. And even yesterday, I was thinking to myself, why didn't I do that? Because it was probably a good idea. I should have done that. And then on that same day, there was a development in that case like 20 years later. So I was like, okay, well, I definitely want to cover it now because I was even thinking about it. So that's my Friday the 13th good luck story. Let me know if anything interesting happened to you on Friday the 13th in the comments. All right, so for those of you who don't remember, I'm just going to like briefly tell you that the Duke University lacrosse case took place in 2006. Some members of the lacrosse team decided to have a party at one of their homes, I think, and they decided to hire some dancers. It didn't really go very well. One of the dancers left, and I think that the other one, Crystal Mangum, ended up passing out. So what happened later, subsequently, she made an allegation against members of the team, saying that they had sexually assaulted her. And what ensued from this was, she had a really huge support from the media and from the university. And, it was kind of a case that ticked a lot of boxes for social issues that people wanted to get involved in. So I think that, because there were so many sensitive topics that were encompassed in that case, such as, gender, equality, race, issues to do with, men in sports, all that kind of thing, people became very passionate about the case and people wanted to get involved. There was, a lot of protests. There was a lot of statements coming out. The media was extremely slanted in favor of the accuser, which, one would expect because these are issues that are very important. I'm not taking away from the issues. But the thing is that people were so passionate about the actual topics and themes that were coming up in the case that they overlooked whether or not it was actually even true. And I mean, I think that they believed the case to be true. They believed the accuser, but it wasn't something that they actually questioned. And I think that the priority for a lot of people was getting involved, especially in the protests and stuff like that. So it became like something that a lot of people wanted to take advantage of, especially the prosecutor, who was using the case for his own kind of professional advancement. He wasn't actually being honest. And there was DNA evidence in that case as well, which turned out to be questionable. And I think that prosecutor, he did receive discipline. Actually, I think he spent like a day in prison or something. But what I'm kind of getting at, and the reason that I'm wanting to compare that to Idaho 4 and Brian Koberger's case is because when people were getting involved in the case and, exchanging narrative and stuff and being very passionate about these issues, they were certain that what they were talking about was true. And it's because the media pushed it a certain way. But at the end of the day, there was no due process yet. There was nothing formal to say that it was true. And it was just like presupposed that because an accusation was made, that it was true. And people they jumped ahead of the process in wanting to believe something that they were just, being told. And I get that when it comes to Idaho 4, there's some major differences. But what is the same is that we're at a stage of the case where we just don't know everything that there is to know. But a lot of people are making assumptions that a final say has been made, especially when it comes to like pushing ahead with rumors online or things to do with what we've heard about Brian Koberger. And I mean, I think that what I'm trying to get at is that people can jump ahead of the process, like I said, but it's also, I think that when it comes to witnesses, people take them immediately at face value, maybe also because something terrible has happened to them. And it's so insensitive to question that if it's true. But at the same time, we do kind of have a duty to question witnesses and their reliability. So I'm not saying that the witnesses in the Idaho 4 case are lying. I'm also not saying that they're not lying, In terms of Crystal Mangum, yesterday she confirmed that she was lying, which, I mean, the players were declared innocent in 2007 already by the Attorney General, but it's like extra confirmation now that she has actually said in an interview as of yesterday that she really did lie. And the majority of people at the time was so sure about the guilt of these players. And I mean, I can't really imagine what they went through, during that time in which everybody was protesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a documentary. Oh, not even it's like a mini documentary. It's a short YouTube video, just to give you guys some background, but also like touch on some of the things that I mentioned now about due process and all of that, which I think is really interesting. They speak to somebody called Casey Johnson, who wrote a book on the case. So please watch that if you're interested. And I will pick this up soon, maybe a little bit before next year, depending on how things go. But in the meantime, I hope that you all have a beautiful festive season. Enjoy winter. Guys, it's so hot here. I really hope that you're enjoying winter. And I hope everyone has a beautiful day further. Bye.